Okay, model making is always messy, but as it were, I think I'm gonna fill these with clay. You know, drop the thing in on a layer, sculpt around it, mold it, flip it over, do the same thing. Now I have a 2-part mold with a skeleton around it. I guess I could brush on resin over the silicone, but I don't know. This is certainly more fun. And I don't 100% believe that, like, I'll be able to get a clean shell, you know. So I'm just babbling. But, okay. Now, obviously, I am gonna, I decided to go on a straight line because I'm gonna clean these up in a belt sander. The parting line is actually the parting line of this, so hopefully, obviously with sculpting, right, I will be able to put the seam line exactly where the seam line is on the original part. At least that's the idea anyways. So I'm going to take a metal file or a belt sander and smooth these out. Now, unfortunately, that means I'll have to pay attention to which one's front and which one's back, but I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. Yeah. I'm an 1/8 inch above where I need to be, and then this will sit right in there. This is great. So I'm only using a tiny bit of the silicone. Yeah, looks sloppy, doesn't it? The molds don't have to look good, because it's just the mold. Well, actually, this isn't even the mold. This is the framework of the mold. But it is just what I need, I think, to be able to pull this off. And it will be going in my little Etsy store. There's not a lot of action in there, but if people do ever want certain parts, they can go to Intergalactic Parts on Etsy. For now, it's where I'm putting most things. Seems to be easiest for builders. I think you can do intergalacticparts.etsy.com. I think they'll take you right there. Or you can just, this is an X-Acto blade. This isn't even a utility knife. This plywood makes no sense. Laterally, it has strength. Maybe that's what it is. Laterally, it has strength, but not the other direction. Oh. Well, okay, I might clean this up. Yeah, I don't want to chip away at this with an X-Acto blade or this. That's pretty damn straight for super glue, a Japanese wood saw. It's not bad. And my trusty little freaking love this thing. I was even using it to make sure that the walls were relatively square as well. It's by Veritas, with the same font as like Lord of the Rings font. Which is kind of funny. Wild. Okay. Well, I have a piece of acetal here. Is this real Delrin? Acetal sheet. Wow, from 2016. Wow, my life was very different back then. Incredibly different. It's just so slick and durable. Until I want to machine something out of it, it's going to be a makerspace thing for me. Okay. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to put some more... You know what? No. I am not going to mess with this. I'm like, I could make it smoother. I could make the corners better. Don't mess with it, Tom. Look, all this is supposed to be a support system for the silicone. So it's all it has to be. So don't get crazy with it. Sometimes I try to fix things and end up ruining it. But this I am really, really proud of. Yeah. I know the wall thicknesses are different, the shapes are different. I did the best I could to match what I saw, you know, on every surface, and the ratios to each other as well. That, and then the very infamous channel. That looks, you know, it looks like a frickin' circuit. How when you put a circuit breaker in, there's always the gap up here. Looks like a circuit breaker, but it also looks like a switch, and it also looks like a terminal block, and it also looks like the bottom of a toggle switch and a piece of an aircraft. List goes on. These are the top and bottom pieces. I might need them, I might not. This is small enough that if the silicone is supported on the sides, and I'm going to hold on to these, because if I'm pouring, I'm going to drill holes to pour. That's perfectly fine. But if I'm pouring, if the silicone's got enough support, it doesn't need a brace right here. But if it does, I will glue a couple pieces of wood on. It'll be fine. See that? And then I can have the actual two things. But I'm going to drill some holes. I think I'm going to do... Given the space, I'm not going to do a right angle. I could do a right... No. No. I am just going to do a gravity pour. I was going to do a loop-de-loop, but I made this too small. Where you go in one and then come up the bottom, it'll be fine. But last time I got away with 2 pour spouts, and one will be right there. And yeah. And then I made a I think I might make an air spout. I'm doing it this way. Yeah. Okay. I'll make an air spout right here. There are my pilot holes. I will gently oh. There we go. I will gently run drill bits through here. Gently, gently. And I think I might be able to shove toothpicks through the holes. might be able to do that as spouts. Okay. Hold on to the pieces of wood that are still usable. I do love my scraps. This is a great stick of wood right there. I might make a little Ziploc baggie of these parts because, you know, I try not to hoard things, but sometimes you need a wedge of wood that is, you know, 30 thou or a fraction of a millimeter. If it has structure, I do try to keep it to a point. When I have too much, there's no point. And then I start tossing stuff. But I actually used shards from other areas to wedge in different places of this. So, c'est la vie. Okay. Well, till next time. I'll put up another vlog when I pour the silicone. All right.